Hey guys, what's up? Today in the Brick Lab, we are raiding Iron Man's garage and turning his latest Happy Meal toy into this, a slightly sleeker and sportier car. So let's quick take a look at the original set before we begin the upgrades. Now the original car is 8 studs wide, much like this one here, but it only has room for one minifigure in the front, as well as some storage space in the back for the dummy robot and a fire extinguisher. Why is Dummy in the back seat? I personally think he's mature enough to sit in the front. He can be trusted to not roll down his window every 2 seconds. But anyway, since this car is 8 studs wide, like most Speed Champions cars since 2020, that means, as far as I'm concerned, that it should be able to fit 2 minifigures side by side. So that's exactly what I did here. We have space for Tony in the front seat. Wait, stop. So I didn't realize until after I'd finished filming this entire thing that the bracket piece I used on the side, this bracket piece, actually does come in dark red in a couple of sets, so I could have removed that black stripe on the side with a much more pleasing dark red. Unfortunately, I am too sick to reshoot the video right now, and I really kind of want to get this one out, so you're just going to have to go through the rest of the video looking at that black stripe, knowing that things could have been better, and they are better. Just not in the video you're watching. So you can see we have room for Tony up front, and we also have room for the dummy robot to sit next to him. So Dummy can happily squeeze in here, and he can also help Tony by driving the car. If you're complaining that the windshield looks a little bit too realistic, you can always swap it out with this one from Dreams, which still has that nice translucent shiny blue to it. I can't say that I'm a fan personally, but if you want to do it, you can. I won't judge you too harshly. But looking back at the inside of the car here, if we remove Iron Man and Dummy for a second, there's actually some trunk space still included here. You can lift up these shield pieces on the back, and while it's hard to see from this angle, I can dump the contents of the trunk out, and you can see that you can still fit a fire extinguisher back there, as well as some power blasts. The only downside is that Dummy will no longer fit back there, but something tells me he did not like being jammed into the trunk anyway, so that's probably a win as far as he's concerned. Of course, if you want to fit another minifigure in the front seat, you can. You'll just probably have to leave him home on that mission, or he's going to have to run alongside the car. Let's hope his little treads can keep up. You could also switch to a smaller windshield and turn Iron Man's car into a convertible. Not every car looks good as a convertible, of course, but I think this one is able to pull it off. I think Dummy might even prefer this as a convertible, but that's a debate that I will let them decide amongst themselves. Hey guys, Sam from the future here, unfortunately still sick. At this point I was going to do a step-by-step building tutorial, but I think it would be a lot easier if I just put a link to the studio file in the description below. That way you can download it, open it up in the studio program, which is free. Feel free to download it if you don't have it already, and you can even order parts directly from the application, whatever parts you don't have. I also made a tutorial for that a couple years ago, so feel free to check that out if you need some additional help. But yeah, that's all that we have for the tutorial segment, so let's move on, shall we? Alright, and that is it for our second tour of Iron Man's garage. If you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that other good stuff. That keeps the lights on in the Brick Lab and keeps the Brick Lab afloat, or whichever metaphor you want to use. You know, there's probably some other guilt trip I can throw in here real quick to make you like the video, but I can't think of it off the top of my head right now.